Hi, my name is Pam Nelson, and this is Weekly Wake Up. This video could come before or after the video on Utkatasana. I'm going to just take this blanket, come down to the floor, and use it as a little bit of a pillow. So it might even be a towel if you didn't have a blanket. I have a few blocks, or maybe you have a couple of books, and I have a yoga belt or strap. It's coming down onto your mat, onto your floor, a little bit of blanket behind the head and neck. So you have some space for the arms, just at the sides. I'm going to start with the palms facing down, and just let the legs go a little bit side to side. Just to release the hips and back. If you're doing this before the Utkatasana video, even wake up the hips and back a little bit. From here, we'll bring one thigh in towards the chest. If you're working with any knee issues, hang on to the back of the thigh. Otherwise, we can hold the shin and extend the opposite leg. You could take one of your blocks to the outer hip or book and let that leg open out to the side with the prop there to give some support to the outer hip and thigh bone. Otherwise, we can just let the leg open, soft through the abdomen, diaphragm. Stay for a few breaths, and even bring a little bit of a rotation to the ankle. And then we'll bring that leg back up. Hold again with the opposite hand, and we'll bring the knee across. So coming into a spinal twist, you could use your block to support the knee as you come across. You don't necessarily want to let the head just flop to the side. Keep it more centered, forehead facing up towards the ceiling. You can turn the palm down or up. Sometimes when we have the palm up, we get the shoulder blade moving into the back a little bit better. And then we'll slowly come back to center and bring that foot down, bend the other knee, readjust, and then we'll hug the opposite thigh in towards the chest, extending the other leg straight. Again, you can use a block to support the outer hip as you open the leg out. You feel that that's better for your hip and back, or just even, a few breaths with the support. And then once you feel relaxed in the abdomen and the groin, then you could remove the block. Try not to let the straight leg side of the body lift up too much, but keep revolving the abdomen from the bent knee side over. Make a few rotations with the ankle. And bring the leg back up. And as we bring the leg across, you can use that block to support the knee with the shin. Move your top hip away from the waist so it doesn't just bunch up. We move that top hip away. Again, forehead parallel to the ceiling. So I'm not just letting the head flop to the side. That could strain the neck. And then we'll slowly come back up. Bring that foot to the floor, bend the other knee, coming back onto your back. From here, we'll take the blanket. You could help lift the head. We'll bring that blanket out from behind the head. And I'm actually going to bring it under the hips. So I'm lifting the hips up and supporting just the lower back area, the pelvis. Okay, so it's not even really up into the back necessarily. It's just the pelvis, the sacrum. Stay a few breaths here with the hips a little bit higher. Just move that block to the side. And then we can bring the legs up towards the chest if you feel you need to adjust your blanket a little bit. And then we'll go side to side here. The hips are just slightly higher. Massage again the outer hips. You might then hold. Let the opposite shoulder release down. We can come back and then over to the other side. So there is, some control needed to stay holding here, but also feel the release in the abdomen, in the throat, in the face. This is our revolving pose for the abdomen. So it shouldn't feel like it's really pinching, scrunching, just a nice, gentle release in the abdomen, in the hips and back. We'll extend the legs up in between. You might need to hold the back of your legs. And then we'll repeat that once more. We can bend the knees, bring the thighs towards the chest. So the thighs can come now, as if they're coming up towards the chest, up and over. And then back, up and over. And then back. Repeat that any number of times that you would like. And then as we come back, again, we can extend the legs if you need, hold on to the back of the legs, or even just hold one leg at a time if you need. If you can, arms can come out to the side or even overhead. I have a wall here, so you can then press into the wall, move the tailbone away. Feel that lower ribs move down, the diaphragm spread to the side ribs. The lower abdomen moving up and back, which is a feeling we'll be using in the Utkatasana pose. You can bend the knees here a little bit, bringing the heels towards the hips, the sitting bones. Pressing down into the back, extending the arms. And then we'll hug knees to the chest. We'll bring the feet to the floor, lift the hips, remove the blanket, extending the legs one at a time. And gently roll the arms and legs. Then from here, you could be really creative, doing different things that you feel good to help wake you up or to relax and then stay in Shavasana. Just don't want to make the video too long, so I will stop here. Okay. But again, if you're doing this before Utkatasana video, you could, do other sorts of rolling to kind of wake up the spine, wake up the body. If you're cooling down, using this to cool down and relax, and then come into your Shavasana. Oh, thank you so much.